Hi guys, this is Jennifer. I am with 705 Arts and Crafts, and this is my YouTube channel, What the Ferg. So I named it What the Ferg because my last name's Ferguson, but also I kind of like to do a variety of things. So one day I might be working on a wreath, the next day I might be working on a cup, or who knows. So you just never know what you're going to get here. Anyhow, today I'm working on this great kind of buffalo plaid and red Rita style wreath. I did not create this. It is not my design, but I wanted to share with you guys a little hack that I've come up with. I've watched several tutorials on how to make this wreath, and I'm using a different frame. I'm using a wire frame with some canvas in the middle of it instead, zip tied to it. And the lady that I watched had a different style wreath frame, but I just had this on hand, so thought I would give it a go. Anyhow, when you make these petals, she shows you in the video how to make them and kind of clip them together. So don't look at my hands, they are a mess. I have probably done 500 zip ties in the last 24 hours getting ready for a craft fair. So when you fold these, you kind of want them, these are 10 by 10 squares, and you want them in a triangle, and then you're just going to take and kind of gather them like that, and that's going to be your petal. So what she does in her video, the lady that I watched, I believe her name was Connie, you know, just kind of get it, look in the middle. It always reminds me of Yoda's ears, but I don't know. Anyhow, you just clip it like that to hold it together. And then what she does at this point is she puts a zip tie here and a zip tie here, or you could use a chenille stem pipe cleaner on each side as well. And then she cuts it in the middle. But to cut down on the bulk and materials that I'm using, I'm going to just leave that as is, move it off to the side for a second so you can see. And then I'm going to take my other color, red, and fold it pretty much the same way, like this, and then gather it same way. And you can kind of mess with it, get it looking the way you want it to look. However, I'm not overly picky about the way it looks, but anyhow, I think that looks pretty good. So what I've been doing is I take it and kind of set it where it would be in the clothespin and kind of overlap them the way I want them to look, like that. And then I take my zip tie and go around it. And this is why I have no fingernails left and my hands are a wreck. And I get that as tight as I can, and just snip it off. And then you can take your clothespin off, and then what I do is I flip it over like this, because this is my bottom petal, and I bring, I'm hoping you guys can see this, the red one over it, and then just kind of mess with it until I get it the way I want it, like that. And then I zip tie that together. Like that. So then you have a double petal completed. There we go. And then just cut in the middle, and voila, you have 2 completed petals now, and you've only used 2 zip ties instead of 4. You will use 4 total because you're going to zip tie this one and zip tie this one, or you can use pipe cleaners, chenille stems, whatever you want to call them, to attach them to your frame. But the nice thing is it cuts down on the bulk down here where you're trying to attach. Normally you would have 3 zip ties on each of these instead of 2. Anyways, I hope you find that helpful, and if you did, give me a like, thumbs up, and you can leave your comments below. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on What the Ferg.